Do it again. Do it again.
Now hold on a minute, you might be wondering, what are the steps for a successful Atrioc cosplay? Step 1, the clothing. You need A, the Cloud9 tank top, B, the blue jeans, and C, the Enron hat. All three of these are your first step to completing the Atrioc fit. Step 2, the glizzy hands. Everyone knows that Atrioc's most defining feature are his hot dog shaped fingers, and thankfully, A24 has released official hot dog finger gloves as merch for their recent film, Everything Everywhere All at Once. Step 3, the yummers, because this weekly is going to last all day, and I'm going to need refreshments to keep me going, which is where the tried and true Golden Graham cereal come into play. Step 4, the character choice, because cosplay extends past the physical and into the digital. At this Smash tourney, in order to truly get into the mind of the Glarketer, I had to abandon my random main roots and pick the character that he is most well known for playing and advocating for. Sheik. Actually, no, we're not playing Sheik today, because this isn't a Melee tournament. It's a stupid fucking Smash Ultimate tournament. And thanks to this video, the only video that Atrioc has played Smash Ultimate on his channel, we know that his pick is not Sheik, and is in fact the very based cat, Incineroar. And that's literally all you need for the perfect Atrioc cosplay. Here's some of my highlights from my Smash Weekly that I attended. But if you want more stuff like this, be sure to subscribe, like, comment, all the YouTube stuff. Be sure to do all that. And thanks for watching. The first thing I had to do while dressed up in the fit was buy some Golden Grams, because I didn't have any on me and I needed to go buy some. And it resulted in this pretty comedic conversation.
Nothing.
Yeah. What the hell? No, at first when I seen it, I looked over. I was like, oh, look at hot dog fingers. I was going to say that. I didn't mind my business.
Once we actually got to the venue, one of the first difficulties that I actually had was opening and eating the Golden Grams with the glizzy hand gloves. It proved very difficult to do anything while wearing the gloves, especially something as cumbersome and precise as picking up a piece of Golden Grams from a box. I eventually was able to eat some of the Golden Grams almost by using the glizzy hands as chopsticks in a sense, picking them up one or two at a time between two different fingers, but it isn't exactly the way you would envision eating cereal, and it especially isn't the way that Atrioc maxed down Golden Grams constantly while on stream. But even if it isn't the most optimal way to eat the food, it's still Golden Grams, and they're pretty good at the end of the day. I also tried actually playing some friendly matches while wearing the glizzy hand gloves, but this proved to be a gargantuan task in itself. And a lot of options, such as the L and R buttons, were just completely inaccessible while wearing the gloves. Thankfully, Incineroar is kind of the perfect character that you want to play when using the glizzy gloves, because he isn't super mobile and a lot of his strength comes from good spacing and timing, which are aspects that aren't nearly as limited while wearing the gloves. I still didn't exactly win any of the friendly matches that I played while wearing the gloves, but it wasn't as terrible as it could have been, and not as terrible as I was expecting. We also soon after had our first interaction with someone that compared me to a Smash player, although it was not Atrioc.
Xbox loves this guy. Does he? He likes hot dogs. He does. I'm sure he does.
Also, it wasn't on recording, but I did have a conversation with someone who thought I was trying to cosplay as Mango, which is funny because that's a completely different Smash streamer. But I was wearing a Cloud9 hoodie, and the hair is kind of resemblance. I don't see it, but maybe there's something there. I don't know. By that time, actual tournament matches had started. I wasn't going to wear the gloves during matches, but I would wear them around and in between. And my first match was against a guy named Twink, who played random. I felt bad doing pretty well against him because I play random normally, but I did pretty well, and that was an easy 2-0 over him. My winner's round 2 was against a player named Jertop, who's a player that I ended up playing a lot last spring, so I knew the matchup and I knew that I probably was not going to win this set. Sure enough, I ended up losing the set, but I had a couple of pretty close games, I had some good stocks, I didn't outright get stomped, and I'm pretty happy with how I played. My loser's round 1 match was against a player named Jackknife3 who played Pac-Man. I did pretty well against the character, considering it's normally a character that can wall me out having a lot of projectiles, but I did pretty well against it and I ended up winning that set 2-0. Also, he complimented me on the hot dog gloves, so you know he's a chill guy. What ended up probably being my closest match of the tournament was losers round 2 against a player named Griffers. I played friendlies against him earlier in the video, so I kind of had the matchup, or I knew how he played at least, but he played a character that he didn't really play in any of the friendlies, that being one of his mains, Ganondorf. During that match, I really got messed up in the first game, but I was able to learn and figure out how to play against the character and then take back for a reverse 2-0 and ended up winning 2-1.
Glizzy hand?
And then I played a set against Big Boy, a Nest player, but nobody got any footage of that, and I lost pretty badly. This makes my final set total 3-2, which is still going positive, and I'm happy with how I did. I probably would have done just as well as if I played the character I normally would have played. So I had a pretty good time. I had some fun. Not a lot of people knew who Atrioc was, but it was kind of funny. It was a fun time. I had a good time, and I'll probably do it again at some point. Who knows? Once again, if you liked what you saw here, you should like and comment and subscribe. It helps out the channel, especially because we're a small channel and we're growing. And you'll probably see a lot more like this if this video does well.